everyone, so today I want to talk about this silver black velvet. It's referred to as a dagger or striper brush, and in essence, basically, if I just lay it here, you can see it's slanted on one side to make this side the longest, and then this is the shorter side, and the bristles right at the end come to a very nice point. So I have briefly shown this brush when it was still a little bit ruffled up when I took it out of the box in the previous video, I think, but the once I put it in the water, it really has come to a nice point, and it hardened up quite a bit, so there doesn't seem to be any damage here except for one bristle at the bottom, but it looks more like it's just a manufacturing issue rather than the packaging issue. So now I got this brush after seeing a few watercolorists use it for their kind of landscape paintings, and particularly I liked how grass and certain flowers would look when you use this brush. So today I wanted to demonstrate what you could do with it. So this is just kind of different patterns you can achieve, and you can see you can go very fine with the tip just for the grassy kind of texture, and this type of thing is very easily achieved, and when you push a little bit on it, you can quickly kind of go from thick to thin. Similarly, actually, I'm just thinking to this fountain pen. You can go with one pen from very thin to a thicker line. This would be the equivalent in a brush term. So today let's go ahead and try do some florals on this side, just to have a little play. By the way, thank you for letting me know about the new angle. I have moved the camera a bit today, still on the right, so I'm filming from the right, but to be honest with you, although most of the comments were positive, I do agree with the fact that those of you that found it uncomfortable to watch is because the hand is hiding it a lot, being right-handed, you know, and then things like being a bit off the camera and things like that. So I'll try to work on it, and like I said, I'll try this angle, let me know about it, and then I'll watch it back and see how that works as well, and then otherwise I'll go back to left if I have to, because I thought that was the best for you to see. Not the most comfortable for me to work with, but I want you to be able to see what I'm doing. So okay, so what color should I go for? I will go for this, actually, this lovely deep red. What is it called again? The deep scarlet, in case you're interested. So with this brush, because it's so pointy, I would not, well, I would be quite gentle with it, because I wouldn't want to lose the point. Now, because it's so long, what I would recommend is to actually do it on a palette, so you could put a lot of color into it rather than just the tip as I'm doing here. But today I'm going to work inside the half pen, and let's try and create flowers, and hopefully you'll see that it's very easy. so you can create something like that.
Yeah.
More of an abstract type of color.
Table.
So here is another way of creating petals. You press and lift, press and lift, press and lift, and there you go, a lot more subtle type of a flower right here. So I'll show it with a bit more color. So what I'm doing is just so see slanted edge, I'm putting it onto the paper like so, pushing down and moving, pushing down and moving, pushing down and moving. So that creates more of a petal than this one, like so. And it's very, very easy because the watercolor works in such a pretty way that I didn't need to do any other watercolor techniques to achieve this. So basically that was very simple, and you can create, let's see, let's go into another color. Maybe we'll go into like let's go into the quinacridone gold and maybe create a smaller flower like so. So I'm just pushing and lifting, pushing and lifting, and then again pushing and lifting. There we go. And as for the green stalks, I'm going to go into the green, which is the gold green, and you can see that you can make them really, really fine. And then again I'm going to push and lift. That's how simple it is to create a nice little leaf. And then I'm going to show you on these, so I can then turn it around to make sure I'm just dragging the thinnest of the lines. Need to get some more watercolor like so. So I'm going to just pull it out like that. And then I'm going to create this time these type of leaves similar to the petals that we did, like that. And then let's try doing something on here. So basically, to get the very thin line, what's best to do is to have not that much water in there. So probably go and create something like that. There we go. So I hope you can see how easy it is. You can go from something quite abstract and doodly to something that looks quite loose and more natural. The camera is not picking up this flower very well because of the high exposure, but I hope you can see how dainty and pretty it is. And I also like this flower. This one was a bit difficult, but let me just try and go on top and do a bit of glazing. So I'm going to go onto that same red that I used for this flower, and basically I'm going to try to mimic it. So I did something like that. Yeah, that's more like it. I'm going to zoom in for you so you can see better what I'm doing here. Let's move this water out of the way. So I'm holding the, let's see, so I'm holding the brush down and then sort of moving it and lifting it like that, and then going back into watercolor and again moving and to the side, pushing down and to the sides, because then you have clean water here and you let the watercolor trickle down and it then looks a bit more natural. And I'm going to go back into the watercolor to make it nice and bright, and there you go. That is how easy it is. So even with glazing it looks really pretty. So if the first time you didn't get it right, you can go over and do it again. So these are very easy to make. If you love flowers, why not try them? And I think I'm going to introduce some pink into this one and see what I can create right there. So I'm going to go into the Rhodonite Genuine. So I'm going to go ahead and do these petals like that, just adding a bit of this pink.
Pink. Go for pink. But there.
Okay. So if you want it to be a pointy kind of petal at the end, you place it that way, so you achieve this point. Or if you want it to be a bit wider, you put the point inside and then lift it, and then you achieve this kind of wider petal with the water at the end, rather than the watercolor which gathers at the tip. I hope that makes sense. And let me see, I'm going to put one into here and one like that, and that is it essentially. I'm just going to pink it up a little bit more here,
Pink.
and then you can still see the center of the flower. So yeah, I hope you found this video useful, and I'm enjoying this brush a lot, and I will see if I can incorporate it in my girl illustrations, and maybe I can create some lashes with it or something like that. We'll see. But yeah, for florals and leaves and grasses and all that type of thing, trees, branches, it's perfect. Bamboo would be really good as well. So yeah, thanks for watching and see you soon.